Okay. Question. What goes on in meditation? What do you believe, Harold?
That it needs for it to be a good meditation or a real meditation, that there has to be some intensity, some sense that the Shakti is strong, some strong feeling of well-being, that there's spikes, or there's intensity, that quiet is too dull to be meditation.
Wow. And who defined it as that?
I'll give you one guess. Not the heart, not the me, real me.
Maybe Harold decided? I got it right. Did you read that somewhere?
No, I think I kind of developed this myself.
Small self elaborated that theory very patiently.
Have you submitted articles? And
No, because it wasn't conscious enough to do so. Should I start?
yeah. Wow. What's the purpose of meditation?
To surrender.
Surrender. Is it an end in itself, or is it a tool? It's a tool to show us what?
True selves, to give us an opportunity to actively engage in practice without being distracted by other activity.
Yeah, it's a great laboratory event. One, to see where we are. We, because we're identified with that small self, right? And two, to begin the process of distinguishing between the small self and the true self, the non-self and the true self.
It's concentrated practice.
Concentrated practice. Because when we are meditating, are we doing anything differently internally than what we should be doing in our daily lives? No. So we're supposed to be with our experience. And where would we be if we were being with our experience? The heart. So we start with our experience, whatever that is. So we're heading at least in that direction of the heart. So if I'm annoyed, when I start my meditation, am I supposed to pretend I'm not annoyed? There's some yeses. So now am I supposed to be good if I'm meditating?
No.
Yeah, you have a big YMCA. Yeah, you have a big yes. No, I'm supposed to just sit there and be so annoyed and just let myself, that's where I am, be annoyed. If I am annoyed, there's a in here. Am I supposed to stomp on it?
Yes.
And that's the problem. No, I'm supposed to let that be. Who is it that's deciding how it's supposed to look? Harold? Who's deciding?
For real or for not real? For me.
For you.
Me. My mind. Me.
Yeah, Harold is deciding how it's supposed to be. So if you're annoyed, are you supposed to then do something to get rid of it?
Yeah.
And since you have your excellent treatise of meditation, how do you get rid of annoyed?
works out to be is trying to work it from the mind.
Right, so what are you doing?
Going back into my head.
Personally.
Yeah, you're going to stomp on it. What were you?
And keeping, I think you keep it going.
You keep it going. You
Yeah.
totally keep it going.
So if you're thinking about it or putting words to it or coming up with a mechanism
Fighting it.
to get rid of it, you're keeping it going.
You're absolutely 100%. Thank you. 100%. You're keeping it going. So what are we supposed to do?
Surrendering to what we have.
Yeah.
Just
And what happens if you surrender to annoyed?
goes away.
And why does it change? And why does it still?
Because you've let it go. You've let it, you've quit holding on.
You quit holding on to it.
It's not you.
It's not you. It's not you. And if you shine that conscious light on it and be with it. So when I say be with your experience, whatever it is, the next thing is not stomp on it. The next thing is not still it. So the wedge to get rid of the wedge is the individual is willing to be, so will again, placing attention, to be with whatever vibration there is for it, for the non-self at that moment, whatever it is. Let whatever comes up, that's number 2, let whatever comes up from that vibration come up. Why?
Because then you're not stomping on it.
Nope. Yeah, you're not stomping on it, but what? Why?
Because it's what is.
It's what is, and therefore you could learn something. It's that nasty word, learn. You actually can learn from that vibration within yourself. Wouldn't want that to happen. So if you actually let what comes up from that vibration, it's fascinating. I don't know, I actually have a good ride with it. Wow, would you look at that? How do I know what's going on for each of you? How do I know?
You're so quiet and still that you're able to hear not just yourself, but others.
So if I hear your vibration, what do I then do?
Work to still that one too. But
Eventually,
Yeah.
but first, what do I do? That people
yours.
don't like.
Call their attention.
Oh, yeah.
Call your attention. So I'm willing to, so what happens is I end up being with what? Your experience. Exactly. I am willing to be with your experience. And then what do I do?
Let whatever comes.
Whatever. Yes!
Yeah, it's like, get me out of here.
What happens? Yeah.
We hate when you do for us what we're supposed to do for ourselves.
Does it scare you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Why?
It's illuminating.
Yeah. It's freeing. It's freeing. For whom?
It's the true self.
Yeah. for who we really are. But if we're committed to maintaining that imprisoned self, imprisoned self, then no, don't do that. Because what happens when that illumination occurs within each of you? What happens to the vibration if we actually are now, oh yeah, I have that. So we're being with it. We're being called to see that this is what's coming up for it. What then happens?
Our attachment to it is released.
Yeah, and then what happens to our identity?
Dissolves.
It starts to dissolve, and yeah, we begin to disappear. The non-self is not such a big thing. So the more we're willing to just be with our experience, whatever it is, let whatever comes up from that experience, from that vibration, what happens, understand the Matrika Shakti. The Matrika Shakti is the power inherent in the letters. It is called the ununderstood mother. And when she is understood, everything. But if she's ununderstood, if she's not understood, she rules us. So if I am willing to feel a feeling for a nanosecond and then go to my head and start judging it, and then stomping on it, who's in charge? The letters are running me. The Matrika Shakti is running me. If we are willing to be with our experience, whatever it is, let whatever comes up from that experience come up. And then function appropriately. And that means functioning appropriately in every different situation. So when we're in here and we're meditating, what would it mean to function appropriately?
To surrender to the Shakti and to surrender to whatever it is that's coming up to our.
That's right. Is this not the laboratory? We're back to the laboratory. So if this is the laboratory, are we going to then make decisions about what we can and cannot do? Who is then making decisions about what the Shakti can and cannot do? If we are doing that, then we are cheating on the experiment. You're going to get an F for the course, the science lab course. You get an F. You've skewed your data, which goes to why you didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to, and you're not alone. Because everybody wants to control their meditation. And as I said over the week, in sadhana, the action is surrender. In the life of the world, the action is hold on. So we're supposed to surrender. It's a wonderful action. Oh, it's so freeing. Letting go.
I just want to mention an experience that
I had the other day regarding your being able to perceive our vibration. You sent me a note in the later part of the day on Thursday, I think.
Right, yeah.
And I was still at work. And it was chaotic. And it was like, I don't know what time it was. It was too late to be at work. And I got that email from you, which was exactly what, it was chaotic. And it was about not.
Yeah, I hope you were doing the road less traveled. Yeah.
And I have been working on that, but it was just the perfect moment to sort of drop everything and, use that illumination. And it was uncanny because I usually am not at work that late, and it's just.
Yeah, I had to do that. You guys don't understand. I surrender. I surrender. I do as I am told.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. I was, yeah, cool. I'm really happy. Yesterday, we were at lunch. I actually went out. Not too far, but we went out. And we're sitting there, and I said to Ian, there's somebody we were working with, is thinking of you, us, right now. Right at that moment. I mean, we're in the middle of eating our lunch. And, and I said, just, that's what's happening. And so then he forwarded an email a little while later saying,
Well, basically confirming that they've been thinking about and talking about us around that time.
so, we are not supposed to stomp on the universe. There are enough small selves out there right now stomping on everything that's beautiful. Don't be a contributor to the stomping on the universe. Stop stomping on the universe. Be with your experience, whatever it is. Whatever it is. So what's your experience right now, Harold?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do me a favor. Go up in your head.
I don't really want to.
I understand that. I'm asking you to do me a favor. Is the quiet okay?
No.
No. That's right. Now you can return. So in the last little less than a half hour, what's happened to people's experience?
I've gotten a little quieter.
Why? Why?
I just do with my experience. I started dealing with my experience. And it got quiet.
So it got quiet. So if you are willing to be with your experience, what will happen? It will still. Are you in your ultimate amazing wisdom, are you supposed to still it? No.
It's funny, we all try and have false agency all the way up until the point where we're actually supposed to let it go. Always backwards.
It's always been. Yeah.
We confused that effort to still it with self-effort, which is actually just directing the will
That's right.
and sitting where we're supposed
To
to be
be
sitting.
resting. surrendering. The action, it is an action to surrender. We can conjugate it. Why can we conjugate surrender? It is what?
An action, a verb.
It's a verb. It's a verb. You have to have agency in order to surrender. It is a choice. And it is the most divine free will choice. Ah, so sweet. Clear? Clearer? Good.